Welcome to today's video, guys. I'm Maryam, and in this episode, I want to chat about which constellation do you belong to? This is an interesting and important topic. The reason for it is that the constellation that we were born into does shape our emotional reality. You see, if you were born into the constellation of pain, the constellation of chaos, or even survival, your emotional reality is going to reflect the emotional caretaker that you are, because that chaotic environment, for example, that chaotic constellation made you believe that somehow you had to show up, somehow you had to be the rescuer. If the constellation was the constellation of pain, then you perhaps learned to become a sacrificer, to sacrifice yourself, your autonomy, your sense of self, your boundaries, to save others from their suffering. Or if you were born into the constellation of survival, your emotional reality may reflect scarcity and lack. Somehow you've learned that you must not receive, because by receiving, you're stealing from others, you're taking away from others. So you see, the constellation that we were born into doesn't have to become our reality, because in most cases it is of survival, of chaos, of pain, of suffering. Here and now, you do have the power to create your own constellation. For example, the constellation of empowerment, the constellation of decision-making, the constellation of healthy choices, the constellation of creating and maintaining healthy boundaries, the constellation of a healthy relationship. So you see, you belong to what you create here and now. You don't belong to what you inherited, that old constellation. Perhaps that old constellation was ruptured, was broken. Maybe your caregivers were separated, were dysfunctional. Perhaps they may have had borderline personality traits or narcissistic traits. You see, you were born into that constellation, but here and now, you have the power to create your own. And how do you do that? By regulating your nervous system, by reprogramming the subconscious mind. So, if you keep attracting narcissists into your life, it could be because deep down, your nervous system and your subconscious mind may still identify you with the constellation that you were born into. The chaos, the suffering, the pain, the survival. So here and now, you want to save yourself. You want to show up for yourself. You don't want to belong to the constellation that teaches you and reinforces self-abandonment. You want to own your own constellation. You want to create your own. Name it and say, this is my creation. I belong to the constellation of peace. I belong to the constellation of empowerment. I belong to the constellation of love, the love that is unconditional. I belong to the constellation of abundance. And that is how you change your reality. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Take a moment to honor yourself, to honor your journey, to honor who who you truly are. Once again, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching sessions, please reach out to me. My email is in the description below. Don't hesitate. Don't be emotionally stuck. You need a good coach. I'm here. I can help you to walk out of a narcissistic relationship, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't make yourself feel isolated. Narcissistic abuse damages your soul, makes you feel unwanted, invalidated, and isolated. So feel free to reach out, send me an email. I'm sure we can work out something great. All right, you've got this. Keep shining your light. Look after your precious soul. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.